It's the weekend. People are thinking about doing some shopping, and if they're techies, they're thinking about a brand new toy, the new iPad computer from Apple. It goes on sale in the U.S. on Saturday. But the first reviews are already in, and already reviewers have strong opinions. CNN's Errol Barnett has a sample of the pros and cons of the hot new gadget.
As you might imagine, all over the world, people are talking about this device. Take a look at trendsmap.com. It shows where messages with the word iPad are being sent, and you can see it essentially everywhere. And as you can see, I don't have one with me, but we do have someone who does. Her name is Zinai Jardun. She's a tech journalist and editor of boingboing.net. Here, she demos one of her favorite new apps.
Review is this application called The Elements. I don't know if you can see that. That's copper. We'll go back to there. Here we have the periodic table of elements. And if we zoom in on one element, I'll go back to copper again because I think that's really beautiful. You see this sort of rotating video. Now, this is a book. This is available in print and hardcover, and these guys make posters and things too. But look at that. You have these elements that you can, let's see if I can hold this and do this while I talk. So I'm rotating that specimen with my finger. And I can even do some fancy footwork here, right? 2 at a time. These are all examples of things that contain copper.
Now, many tech sites have published their early reviews of this device, and our own John Sutter from CNN.com, he's combed through them all, put them together in a blog. He joins me now because I thought we could go over just the basic pros and cons based on what everyone is seeing. One of the big pros is the display, right?
Yeah, the display is obviously larger. It's in color, so the iPad can act as an e-reader, much like the Amazon Kindle, so you can read books on it. And when you have that color display, it sort of makes it a little jazzier. Some people like that effect. You also get things like maps. Maps, are larger on the iPad than they would be like on an iPhone, for example. So it gives you a more real experience, and some reviewers really like that feature.
And similar to the iPhone and the iPod Touch, it doesn't have a keyboard on the device. It's basically on the screen.
Right, it has a touchscreen keyboard, and when you turn the device horizontal, it's a full-size keyboard, but some reviewers have complained that it's difficult to type on because you can't actually feel where the keys are. Other people say that it's workable, and that's could be an advantage because you don't have to tote a keyboard around. It makes it a little bit lighter and more compact, perhaps, than a laptop.
And other folks are saying cons include it cannot multitask. You can't listen to the internet radio and do anything else, and it also has no flash support. What does that mean?
Flash is a certain type of video that's found on many websites, so you might go to some sites and find holes in them if they have flash video players. So that's a potential problem. That's also a problem on the iPhone and other Apple devices. And this multi-touch thing has got some reviewers on blogs sort of up in arms. If you want to do multiple things at once, like you can on a laptop or a netbook, for example, which are competitors to the iPad, this device doesn't offer those features.
Does not have a camera either, but for $30 you can purchase an accessory. A lot of pros and cons there. Thank you very much, John Sutter. We want to hear more from you, though. If any of you are purchasing this device, we have an iReport assignment for you. Head to iReport.com, click on assignments, and show us your new iPad and what you do and do not like about the device. From the CNN Center, I'm Errol Barnett.
Now, if you really want an iPad but can't wait for it to come out, there is an alternative, sort of. A fake version that's expected to hit the Chinese market just as the real thing does. Buyers beware, though it is half the price, it also lacks Apple applications and memory space. Instead of an iPad, you might say instead, I've been had. Well, you can check it out on the Shanghai page of CNNGo.com.